The one thing we haven't talked about so far for the Iberian Masters is the actual bait side of things. Now, up until this year, we were able to take certain baits into Spain, and that would include anything like tins of corn, sweet corn, hemp, and we could obviously take our ground bait as well. Worms was always a little bit of a grey area, but this year things have changed. Because of EU regulations, because of COVID, we've actually decided not to take any bait at all, or even risk taking them into the country. It's just not an option. So this year we are going to be getting bait and stuff whilst we're actually out there from the local tackle shop. Now, to be absolutely honest with you, I wish I'd done this in previous years, just because it's helping to support the local tackle shop, and I wish I'd done that more in the past. However, that's definitely what we're doing this year. Now, that would obviously mean that we need to source our bait when we get there. Now, part of this competition is, well, a large part of it, if not most of it, is actually run by the local tackle shop. There is a tackle shop a few miles away from the hotel, from the venue, that organises this event, and we were actually emailed, once we registered on this competition, we were emailed this form. Now this, as you can see, is a bait order form. Alright, simple as that. And this gave us the opportunity to pre-order our bait so that we could make sure it was fresh at the draw each morning for us. So again, it's another great example of how organised this event is. Now, the choice of baits we've got there, obviously you can see the days down the side, so we can order them for each day when we want them. So the first one there is €4.50. They are of white maggots. Okay, these baits actually come in packs. It's almost like a vacuum pack, but it's not actually vacuumed, and it's got little tiny holes, perforations in there, so they come in sealed bags. Now, we are obviously in Spain, so you know these measures are in litres, so it's €4.50 per litre of white maggots. We've also got an option there of red maggots. We've also then got the option of tub of worms, which is €2.50 per worm box, as they call it, or you can get a larger quantity of worm, which is what they refer to as a worm bag, or a bag of worms. So, okay, we've also got maize on there, as they've got it on there, which is €1, but then you've got corn on there as well, which is €4.50. And if I can remember rightly, the corn big box is a great big tin of corn, which will probably last you all week. And the additional baits on there, there is obviously, as you can see, a column at the end for other, and that might be any other sort of bait that you might want to take with you. In my case, I've actually added on hemp there, because whilst I've got loads of hemp here, I will be getting my hemp over there. So on that last column, I've actually got hemp, and as you can see, you can just order it for whichever day you want it. Another great example of how organised this competition is. For me personally, I'll always like to have 2 litres of maggots with me each day, and that is obviously just going to cover you in case you are on one of those red letter days. They have been getting some good weights of fish over the last couple of days, so there are areas where there are some fish feeding, and if you are fortunate enough to draw on them, then you do want to make sure you've got plenty of bait. And if you look after it like I do, then even if you only use 1 litre, for example, well, that 1 litre, the spare litre, you can just carry that over to the next day. Simple as that, so it doesn't get wasted. Now, the other big issue, which is something that we haven't talked about, is the actual pegging. Now, usually on this competition they peg it so that it's every other peg. So every angler, it's an angler, miss a peg, angler, miss a peg. That's how it's always been in the past. However, this year, the organisers have changed the format. Now, this hasn't been to everyone's liking, I'll be absolutely honest with you, but basically this year it's going to be 2 anglers, miss a peg, 2 anglers, miss a peg, and that's how it's going to be done this year. The only issue with that, you know, we've got to be realistic about it, is that if we are hooking carp towards that far bank, which is where we expect to be catching the majority of our fish, then obviously if you've got an angler to your left or to your right or the next peg, then there might be 1 or 2 issues there with fish straying into other people's pegs, but that's something we're going to have to obviously deal with once we get out there. So that's basically the pegging format. Okay, I think there are 115 or 116 anglers on, so I just thought I'd update you with this quick update video to just kind of let you know a couple of the finer details of this competition. The next time you see me, I will be in transit. I will be leaving home at 2:30 in the morning, and I will be updating you from travelling over there, and we will be over there tomorrow afternoon, and we're hoping to go straight to the venue. So the next update right here on this channel, on the Fishing Life channel, will be from Spain. I'll be showing you the venue, and hopefully there'll be a few anglers there as well, so I can hopefully show you some fish being caught as well. So everything's done. We're all packed. If you don't want to miss any of these updates this week, throughout this competition and future competitions, hit that subscribe button just there. And I'll look forward to updating you from Spain tomorrow.